Next question says calculate the volume in cm cube of 0.5 mole per dm cube H2SO4 that will neutralize cm cube 25 cm cube of sodium hydroxide solution. So that tells you the neutralization. Neutralization is what? Reaction between an acid and an alkali to form salt and water only. So to solve a question like this, the first thing would be to bring out your balanced equation. So we have our acid as H2SO4. So this is our acid, let's call it A. Now we have our base to be NaOH. Precisely it's an alkaline, but let's call it B. And of course, after the complete neutralization, we are going to have a salt and water. What's the salt? Na2SO4. Of course, later on we'll do a video that shows how you can actually create a H2O water. So first of all, you know an acid will react with a base to form salt and water. Then to ensure it's balanced. So how do you ensure it's balanced? We have hydrogen here 2, hydrogen here 1, that's 3. So we try to make the hydrogen so 2, 2, 4. So that means water is going to have 2 hydrogen. Sulfur here is 1. Sulfur here is 1. Sodium here is 2. Sodium here is 2. So that tells us the equation is balanced. So this is our acid. This is our base. This is our salt, and this is water. So first of all, that's the first step. Create the equation for neutralization. Now the next step is to bring out our neutralization formula. Neutralization formula says Ca times Va over Cb times Vb is equals to Na over Nb. Now our Ca is actually concentration of acid in mole per dm cube. This is our acid H2SO4 and the concentration here is 0.5 moles per dm cube. Our Va is the volume. A stands for acid, so the volume of the acid, that's what we are looking for. So that's our unknown, let's call it V. Now our Cb is the concentration of the base in mole per dm cube. Now this is our base and the concentration is 0.1 moles per dm cube. Now our Vb is the volume of the base and we're given 25 cm cube. Now Na and Nb you won't be given. You are not usually given, but you tell that from your balanced equation. That's why your equation should be balanced. So let's go to our equation now. A is for the acid and the number of moles of the acid, that's the number in front of it. Of course, there is no number, so when there is no number, it's 1. Just like in maths, if you see x, we have an imaginary 1. Now, NB, let's check our base. So this is our base. The number in front of it is 2. So let's slot in this in our formula. So we have 0.5 times your VA. That's what we are looking for, V, all over your CB. That's 0.1 times your VB, that's 25, equals to your Na, that's 1, your Nb, that's 2. So if we multiply this is 0.5 over 2.5. This times this is 2.5 equals to 1 over, okay, times, sorry. So times V is equal to 1 over 2. If we cross multiply, so when we cross multiply, we have V multiplying 0.5 times 2 is equals to 2.5 times 1. Now 2.5 times this will V is equal to 2 times 0.5, that's 1. So V times 1 is equals to 2.5. So V times 1 is V, so V is therefore equals to 2.5. And since we are talking about volume, it's in cm cube. So that's the answer we are looking for. The volume of the acid, V, is actually 2.5 cm cube. So what are some key points we have actually touched in this question? First of all, we've seen that neutralization is the complete reaction of an acid, an alkaline or base to form salt and water only. We've seen that when you have a neutralization reaction, you have to first of all write the balanced equation. After writing the balanced equation, you now bring out your neutralization formula. Don't forget each term of the formula. Ca, concentration of the acid in mole per dm cube, or molar concentration of acid is another way we call it. Va, volume of the acid, usually in cm cube or dm cube. Cb, concentration of the base in mole per dm cube or molar concentration of the base. Vb, volume of the base. Na, Nb, number of moles, we get them from our balanced equation. So feel free to share the video with others. Subscribe so that you get more of our videos that we'll be posting daily. Have a nice day. Thank you.